So as of today, Tesla has announced there's going to be another stock split. Today's March 28th, and I was kind of surprised when I woke up and I saw the news. I'm like, wait a minute, stock split already? Sheesh. Previously, we made a Tesla stock split video predicting when they're gonna do a stock split, and we said earliest will be by 2023. It looks like we're going to be getting that either by the summer or by latest fall. You guys can check out the video here. It's worth watching it. Fundamentally, in that video, we said the earliest would be early 2023 and the most realistic will be mid 2023 because that's when we thought the stock price will be around $1,500-$1,600 per share stable. And well, as of March 28th, today, all that is obsolete and it looks like we're going to get a stock split much sooner than all of us thought. The last time Tesla has announced a stock split, it went to the moon, man. It just went crazy. But what's different right now is that they haven't officially announced a Tesla stock split. First, they said that board of directors has accepted such thing, but now it has to go to the shareholders voting. If that gets approved, which I don't think why it wouldn't get approved in the first place. But once it does get approved, I mean, when it gets approved, that's when you'll see the announcement coming. Either it's 5 for 1 or 10 for 1 or a stock dividend, which they've mentioned. Now, hold your horses. They're not going to give you cash as a dividend. Instead, it's going to be giving you shares as a dividend. We'll talk more about that in another video when they do announce what their stock split plan is going to be. But in today's video, we're going to see when we're going to hit $2,000 per share, as you guys requested a lot when I voted. You guys love these Tesla videos, man. So let's go. Let's get down to it. All I ask in return is a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get down to it. So if you guys have been watching me for some time, the chart that you're seeing here is extremely familiar. In the previous Tesla video, we did have the same chart to predict when they will do a stock split. Now that's obsolete, but we're going to use the same format, the same chart to figure out when they're going to hit $2,000 per share, because this chart is absolutely a monster. The accuracy on this is actually pretty nice. So the layout of this prediction, and yes, it's a prediction, guys. This is not a financial advice. It's just a prediction, and for your own entertainment, this may happen or may not. So take everything with a grain of salt. But if you guys aren't familiar with the chart, I'm gonna quickly go over it so you guys are up to date and briefly know what's going on. The first row is straightforward. It's vehicles sold in the thousands. The second row is full self-driving price at a one-time fee rather than a subscription, because we don't have that data. So we are gonna go based on the one-time fee. In 2021, the price was at $10,000. In 2022, this year, all of this year is going to be $12,000, and 2023 and onward is most likely going to be $14,000, because it looks like every year Tesla is increasing their FSD price by $2,000. So we can safely assume that by 2023 and onwards, up until end of 2023, really, it's going to be $14,000. Vehicles sold with FSD, how do we know this? When we look at 2021, we can see that there was 150,000 vehicles with FSD, while they sold 936,000. That brings the percentage to around 16%, but we will round it down to 15% for the entire 8 or 9 quarters that you see here. Obviously, this will increase as the quarters go on, but we like to be conservative here. Total FSD sales, straightforward. FSD profit margin. Now here's the thing. In 2021, we can see that the profit margin was around 40%. And in 2022 and all the way to 2023, I put 44%. Although their margins are going to increase by 2% every year until end of the decade to 61%, and that's been proven. But we're going to keep it at 44% all the way until end of 2023. Average vehicle sales or solds is going to be 50,000 per car. Obviously, it's a lot more than that based on the demand and supply, what's going on right now, the 9-month wait when you want to buy. But we're keeping things extremely conservative, man. We're going to keep things extremely conservative, and we're going to say $50,000 at an average cost of selling for the entire 8-9 quarters. We get the Q1 here adding up the vehicle sales and the FSD, and the same thing with the net income, but the margin is different. All of 2022, there's an 18% margin when they sell a vehicle. I put 18% to be extremely conservative. You already know how conservative I am. We're going to keep it at 18%, but from 2023 and onwards, I increased it to 20%, although 30% is the right number to be at. We're keeping things extremely conservative. Now, once we figure out the Q1s of revenue and net income, it adds up to the last 3 quarters, which will give us a total revenue for the last 4 quarters, making it a whole fiscal year. That way we can justify the stock price through the PE, which would give us a total stock price. We also have the shares outstanding here that we're going to assume they're going to keep diluting 1.25% on a quarterly basis. Although Tesla will get to a point where they don't need to dilute shares anymore unless they're doing stock splits. But in terms of diluting for no reason to raise cash, that's out of the question, man. There's no such thing. What could happen in the future is Tesla to do a lot of more buybacks than dilution. And that's good news for us. But keeping things conservative again, we're going to keep assuming they're going to keep diluting shares up until 2023. EPS follows the shares outstanding, so all this is set and done. But in this prediction, we're going to go from the latest, when they're going to hit $2,000 at the latest, to the most earliest, the most realistic, and at the end, my thoughts on what exactly is going to be happening. So for my latest part, this is my absolute bearish case, and this is Tesla's 50% growth year over year, as we saw that 936 was at 2021. At 50% on top of that is going to be around just a little bit over 1.4 million vehicles sold in 2022. Obviously, we know that now. It's gonna be a lot more than that. We know that. But knowing the bearish case and the markets, we have to be ready for anything. So this is what I got. And this is how I distributed 2022. I kept it very simple, man. I put 350 for every single quarter up until 2024. And then for all of 2023, another 50% on top of 1.4 million is 2.1 million. And this is how I distributed 400, 500, 550, and 650 in the last quarter of 2023. And here's the stock price that we got. With a PE of 125 in Q1 of 2022, we get a stock price of 965. Like, bro. The stock price right now is itching towards $1,100 per share. Maybe the PE is too low. In Q2, if they keep the same sales in Q1, stock price could be $985 per share with a PE of 100. Q3, stock price will be $921 per share with a PE of 80. If they sell the same amounts of vehicles, sheesh, what is this? It's getting less and less. This is ridiculous. Q4 of 2022 is gonna be 87 with a P of 70. Bruh. You know, honestly, I don't mind if it dips down that low. I'll just literally buy more. I don't mind it because this is just ridiculous. Now we finally get to 2023 where they actually do more than 350,000, which would be 400,000 with a P of 70. We get a stock price of 963. Then in Q2, 500,000 vehicles sold with a P of 60, we get over 1,000. Q3 of 2023 with a P of 50 is 1,100. Q4 of 2023 with a PE of 50, we get almost $1,500 per share. Now, obviously, that's it. I didn't go further than that because predicting that long on a quarterly basis, I like to see Q1 coming up. Q1's coming up on April 2nd, and most likely it's not going to be 350 for Q1. Probably going to be 330, 350 max. That's what I think. All right, so one thing certain about this extremely bearish and latest case. It's saying that $2,000 per share is not anytime soon, which is honestly, I don't believe that. That's fake news. It just doesn't make any sense. The number doesn't make any sense. One thing I want you guys to take note is that the PE, I was extremely conservative. Like, do you guys think in Q1 we're gonna have a PE of 125? Nah, it's not gonna happen. Right now the PE is over 200. So for it to drop 75, it must have a record-breaking Q1. But if it's going to do 350,000 with the PE, it's most likely going to be 150 PE, which would give it around 1158, which that makes a lot more sense than 125, but we're keeping things conservative, man. And obviously, as you guys can see, by Q4 of 2023, there's a PE of 50. Now, would PE be trading with a PE at 50 by 2023, end of 2023, or beginning of 2024? That is a question that I want you guys to comment down below. That's how you guys know I'm extremely conservative with this. All right, then let's move on to more exciting stuff, to the bullish case. So for all of 2022, this year, I said that Tesla, if they do amazing, they can do 1.9 million cars. They can really sell that much. This is how I distribute it within 2022. 350 for Q1, 450 in Q2, 500 in Q3, and 600 by Q4. Don't ask me how I know this, guys. I don't. I'm just predicting, I'm guessing this is how it's going to be going down. As long as it equals to 1.9 and it's growing at a quarterly basis, I think that's all that matters. 2023, I said they're going to destroy it. They're going to do 3.2 million. So that's crazy. And this is how I distribute it. 650 by Q1, 750 by Q2, 850 by Q3, and 950 by Q4. So that's, I mean, almost a million vehicles being sold in one quarter next year. I don't know if that's possible. It extremely is possible, but we have to wait and see, man. I mean, they do have a million vehicles 1.5 million Cybertrucks pre-order. Possibility is there. And here's the stock price that we get. Q1 2022, as we know, 965, nothing changes there. In Q2 of 2022, we get 1182. Q3, we get 1324. Q4, we get 1623. Q1 of 2023, we get 2180. So hold up. It seems like we hit over $2,000 in Q1 of 2023. So if Tesla can deliver 1.9 million vehicles in 2022 and do 650,000 in Q1 of 2023, we can see the stock price hitting almost $2,200 per share, literally a year from now. So that's encouraging, but again, that's with a PE of 70. Do you guys think a PE of 70 is going to be the case in Q1 or even in Q4 of 2022? Because even if we increase the 70 to just 80, that's a big difference. That's like almost a $200 difference. And knowing that this chart is extremely conservative could be a possibility. But anywho, keeping things conservative, we're going to say the bullish case, extreme bullish case, we're going to see $2,000 by the beginning of 2023, early 2023. Let's say, I don't know, first 10 days of 2023, stock price can hit $2,000 per share. And here's the rest of the quarters. If you guys are curious, we see by Q2, almost $2,500 per share, Q3, $2,600 per share, and Q4 exceeding $3,000 per share and exceeding 4 trillion in valuation. That's freaking crazy. Now let's go down and let's do the most realistic one. So if you guys been following me and seen my Tesla stock price prediction videos, I said that this year in 2022, it's very realistic for them to do 1.7 million vehicles sold. I have a really strong gut feeling that they can do that. I really do. But let's be more conservative and let's say they can do 1.6 million vehicles. And this is how I distributed in 2022. 350 Q1, no change, 400 Q2, 425 Q3, and 475. In 2023, it's a very good possibility that they can do 3 million vehicles sold. Based on the Cybertruck and the other demands coming into it, into Tesla, it's no doubt that they can most likely do 3 million by 2023. But again, let's be conservative and let's say 2.9 million. And this is how I distributed it. 550 in Q1, 650 in Q2, 800 in Q3, and 900 by Q4. And now we go down to the stock price. So 965 Q1, that didn't change because we didn't change the vehicle sold in Q1. We kept it all by 350. Q2, almost $1,100 per share. Q3, over $1,100 per share. Q4, over $1,200 per share. Q1 of 2023, over $1,500 per share. Q2 of 2023, $1,752 per share. Q3 of 2023, over $2,000 per share. Now hold up, Q3 of 2023 with a PE of 50, with a vehicle sold of 800,000, we can estimate that that's the time they're gonna hit $2,000 per share with a PE of 50. Now I'm not too sure by Q3 of 2023 there's gonna be a PE of 50. I'm not too sure about that. Most likely it's gonna be in the 70s, but again, keeping things conservative, let's say 50. So the most realistic time that we can see Tesla hitting $2,000 per share is by late fall in 2023. Most likely by November of 2023. And surprisingly, November is a good month for Tesla. It goes to the moon at that month. And then if you're curious, for the last quarter, it's going to be $2,800 per share with a PE of 50 again. Wrapping up, the latest that Tesla can hit $2,000 per share is by mid-2024 or late 2024. But we already know that's not going to be the case unless we go into a very bad recession or depression and this war gets worse and spills over, and you already know what's going to happen after that. So as long as that doesn't happen, I think we should be fine, and this bullish latest case is out the window. It goes into the trash. But we're going to keep it here just in case. The earliest time or the most bullish time that we can see Tesla hitting $2,000 per share is by May of 2023. So literally almost a year from now, we can expect Tesla to hit $2,000 per share a year from now. The most realistic time to see Tesla hitting $2,000 per share is most likely by mid of 2023. Now, the last time I said mid by 2023 was the Tesla stock split, and we're getting it literally in a few months from now, not a year from now. So who knows what can happen with the $2,000 per share. This is all a prediction and nothing less and nothing more. Another thing you guys should know about this prediction is that this is not the full picture. As you guys can see in the chart, I only have two things that count to Tesla's full revenue and net income, and that's the full self-driving and the vehicle sold. Yes, that's the main thing, but they have other sorts of revenue as well. They got the energy, they got Tesla insurance, solar panels, and many other things that's not accountable here. But as we go on, I'm very curious to see what this Q1 is going to look like. If their energy sector has exploded and becomes a heavy factor, I will definitely update this and add this to the chart, which will make a big difference. And obviously the margin growth, all that, if that improves in Q1 massively, this will be improved as well to the conservative level, because you know, you gotta be safe. But these are the predictions that we get, that we can't expect Tesla to hit $2,000 per share. As you guys already know me, I'm all in on Tesla, man. I'm literally almost 100% all in Tesla. I think it's the best stock to buy right now. Obviously for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. We're not gonna buy now and sell tomorrow. Tesla is too volatile for that, but it's a fantastic long-term hold, and all I know is that if I hold as long as possible, I'll be making as much money as possible. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, don't forget to smash that like button. That'll really help me out a lot and the channel. Thank you guys, I love you so much. But if you guys really enjoyed this video, like loved this video, then you will enjoy this 2030 Tesla stock price prediction with FSD included. The number is way too much than I could comprehend, to be honest with you. It's sheesh, you guys have to go watch it yourself and see what I'm talking about, all right? Check it out. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, and I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya.